The inflation rate numbers came out today. So the Tangerine Twiddler is out here posting on Lie Social, talking about consumer prices low, bring down the Fed rate now. And then you got his little minions, his MAGA supporters, talking about bring down the rate or resign, talking about Jerome Powell. They are really trying to pressure this man to bring down the Fed rate, and he's like, nah, it's not time yet. So Donald Trump is like, consumer prices are low. Then you got Fox News trying to say that up is down and down is up. You got Maria Bartiromo on today's inflation report. She says, you got to look at this report as another victory for the Tangerine Twiddler, who has focused on reining in inflation, and that's what we're seeing from this report. So everybody is talking about this report.
You've got to look at this report as another victory for President Trump, who has focused on reining in inflation, and that's what we're seeing from this report again.
This actual article is from ABC. I saw NPR is pretty much saying the same thing. Inflation surged in June amid tariffs as Trump declared inflation is dead. Inflation is dead. That's what Trump is saying, but other people are like, nah, inflation is up. Consumer prices rose 2.7% in June compared to a year ago, marking a notable surge of price increases as Trump's tariff policy took hold, and some retailers warned that they may pass some of the tax burden on to shoppers. The reading matched economists' expectations. The fresh data indicated an acceleration from 2.4% annual inflation recorded in May. Still, the inflation rate clocked in below the 3% recorded in January, the month Trump took office. Despite a rise of inflation, Trump appeared to celebrate the data on Tuesday. The president issued a social media post highlighting very low inflation and calling on the Federal Reserve to cut interest rates by 3 percentage points. The White House also touted the inflation reading, saying the rate of price increases demonstrates inflation is on the right track. Core inflation, a measure of inflation that strips out the volatile food and energy prices, has matched or beaten economists' expectations every month since Trump took office, the White House said. So they are literally trying to say down is up and up is down. The data proves that Trump is stabilizing inflation, and the panicans continue to be wrong about tariffs raising prices. White House Press Secretary Caroline Lie-A-Lot said in a statement on Tuesday. Egg prices cooled significantly in June, deviating from an overall rise in prices. The price of eggs climbed 27% over the year ending in June, which marked a slowdown from 41% year-over-year growth in May. Keep in mind, this is still part of the propaganda machine at the bottom. Under Trump, inflation has defied doomsday prediction and helped to propel sturdy economic performance. While inflation has eased, price increases have persisted at a higher rate than the Federal Reserve's target level of 2%. Some analysts expect price increases to accelerate over the coming months as tariffs take hold, though they acknowledge that the path forward remains unclear amid Trump's fluctuating policy. That is a nice way to say his chaos, because that is all he has been, is chaos, and how he is levying tariffs on people. Typically, importers pass along a share of the tariff-related tax burden in the form of higher costs for shoppers. A host of major retailers, including Walmart and Best Buy, has warned about potential price hikes as a result of Trump's levies. The Federal Reserve issued a forecast last month indicating the central bank expects a rekindling of inflation. The Personal Consumption Expenditures Index, a measure of inflation preferred by the Fed, will rise from 2.1 to 3% over the remainder of 2025, the central bank predicted. That forecast marked higher inflation rates expected than the central bank had issued in March. So far this year, the Fed has opted to hold interest rates steady as policymakers assess the potential impact of tariffs. Speaking at a press conference in D.C. last month, Jerome Powell, who Trump keeps coming for, Powell said tariffs would likely push up prices and weigh on economic activity over the course of this year. But he added the effects would depend on the ultimate level of tariffs, which have frequently shifted, because he's sitting up here playing hokey pokey, tariff pokey. We put the tariffs on, we take the tariffs off, we put the tariffs on, and then we shake up the economy, and we don't really know where he's going to land or what numbers he's going to put on whatever country, because we don't know, because he is pure chaos. That's what it's all about. Tariff hokey. Okay, we know that that's not funny at all. The National Economic Council Director Kevin Hassett, a top economic advisor to Trump, on Monday rebuked concerns about tariff-related inflation. The Fed, Hassett told CNBC, has been very, very wrong in its assessment of a potential resurgence of price increases. But we will be able to see if prices increase, because all we will have to do is look. The posture of restraint at the Fed in recent months has elicited sharp and repeated criticism from Trump. We have a man who refuses to lower the Fed rates. Maybe I should just go to the Fed. He says, am I allowed to appoint myself? I do a much better job than these people. The president is legally barred from appointing himself head of the Fed, an independent federal agency. The Fed is set to hold its next meeting on July 29th and 30th. Investors peg the chances of a decision to leave rates unchanged at 95%, according to the CME Fed Watch tool. So some people are saying that Trump is looking for a way to get rid of Jerome Powell legally, like they are about to try to fire him for cause. So that is something that we have got to watch out for, because technically he is not supposed to have the power to fire Jerome Powell. And they are also saying, though, if Powell, if he bends to the will of Trump, it is going to jack up the economy worse than it's already jacked up. The economy is jacked up. So tourist locations like Las Vegas, LA, Florida, New York City, we're all going to see a downturn in visitors. This downturn in visitors is going to impact companies that are reliant on tourism money. So I saw this post a couple of weeks ago, but Yahoo reposted it. Las Vegas pizza shop owner says business is suffering amid tourism slump. Here's how to survive a slowdown. A reduction in tourism in Vegas is hitting small businesses hard. The owner of Naked City Pizza, a popular local joint twice featured on Guy Fieri's Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives, says he's seen a significant drop in business lately. It's just a lot less tourists in town and a lot less business, Christopher Palmieri told News 3 Las Vegas in a story published June 27th. On a recent Monday, Palmieri stated that he filled only 7 orders, a significant decline from a typical 60 to 80 pizzas his shop would normally sell. Naked City Pizza isn't the only local business suffering a drop in tourism. Visitor numbers fell 6.5% in May compared to last year, according to Las Vegas Convention and Visitors Authority. Hotel occupancy also declined 3.1% year over year. So that's Las Vegas. I know hotels, I know businesses here in Las Vegas are suffering, but I also know that individuals that rent out their rooms are also struggling as well. I saw this post, and at least she is a MAGA supporter. Lisette said, my Airbnb for August isn't being booked at all. Bizarre, because 3 years is always booked solid by this time. Is anyone else with an Airbnb experiencing the same? Are we losing our tourists because of all the BS going on at our oceanfront? She thinks it's the oceanfront, not a drop in tourism, not a drop in international tourists coming, not a drop in tourists because people just don't have the money because of tariffs and all of that. But Heather came with some receipts saying, enjoy the economy you voted for, because Lisette did vote for this. Lisette back in May said, obsessed with Caroline lie a lot. She called her a beast and said that is all and gave a muscle sign. This person named Kendall wonders, this you? Because you voted for the exact reason your Airbnb isn't booked, Lisette. And to that I say, chef's kiss. You got what you deserved. And I really do hope that many of these MAGA supporters lose tons of money, lose their businesses, lose all kind of sleep. Stress goes way up because they have voted in this person that is raising tariffs, causing all kind of havoc, having trade issues because of them, having people not feel safe enough to come here. And to that, I'm just showing that this is what she is. She was rejoicing when he got elected. So I am rejoicing that she is losing money. Now, what do you think about the economy? Do you see a drop? Are you seeing prices go down? Please join me in the conversation. Join me in the comments and let me know what you're saying. And are you cheering for MAGA losing money like I am? Let me know what you think.